Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we've got some lovely secret rares that we need to have a little bit of a chat about. And let's start off with one that has really excited a lot of people since it was revealed yesterday. It's the new Magikarp. Now, it is the Magikarp, of course, from Triple Beat. All of these are from Triple Beat, that's kind of the point. And I'm a little bit torn here because, like, straight off the bat, the Magikarp's done by Hagenosuke. And by now, I'm sure a bunch of you know, because I've not been shy about saying it, I am a huge fan of the art of Hagenosuke. So I kind of don't want to play with anything else. Like, unless Okacheke goes and does the alternate art, I'm not entirely sure I want to be using the alternate art regardless. But it is here, and it is Kanda. And look, I know a lot of people are very excited about this one. Of course, a lot of people are going to know Kanda, like, where the artist really came to prominence, so to speak, is with the alternate art Gyarados from... No, wait. Talking about Gyarados here. Giratina! That's what I'm thinking about. From Lost Origin. The alternate art of Giratina from Lost Abyss in Japan, Lost Origin over here. That is where a lot of people first really came around with Giratina V and went, oh yeah, no, this is really good. Like, I've gone on record as saying that my favourite of the Kanda artwork so far is the alternate art of Galarian Moltres, which of course was a promo with Crown Zenith. Well, in English, in Japanese, it was just in, you know, in their set. But the point is, I think they've topped it, if I'm honest with you. I think we've actually got better here. I'm a fan of this, ladies and gentlemen. I am a big fan of this. This one just looks absolutely amazing. It is a stunning card, of course. There's a whole legend of the fish that turned into a dragon when it jumped over the gate, or something along those lines. Go look it up if you want more details. But you will notice that right at the top of the artwork there, you've got the Gyarados, and you've obviously got the Leaping Magikarp, as we see a lot. I mean, for goodness sake, there's literally a mobile game called Magikarp Jump, which revolves around raising a Magikarp that's going to jump. So the whole point here is, yeah, you got a Magikarp jumping, but that's kind of what Magikarp does. I mean, the Hagenosuke regular artwork here is of the Magikarp jumping, so this makes perfect sense. Do remember, of course, that although the new Pokemon from Gen 9, your Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, they do have two different basic Pokemon in the new sets. Returning Pokemon like Gyarados only have the one that is pretty gosh darned important. So now we've got this amazing Magikarp artwork. It's by Kanda, who's gaining a lot of fans very quickly. And you got the Gyarados hidden at the top. And then Kanda's got a very distinctive style. It's one of those artists that you don't need to be told this is a Kanda card. Like, you could take the artist off, and that would be mean, because then there'd be no credit, and that would be sad. But you could take the artist credit off of this card, and nobody would be even remotely confused as to which artist it is. It is very obvious. And honestly lovely. It is a beautiful card. As for the Gyarados, because remember, it does actually evolve, we should remind ourselves what the Gyarados does. It's kind of classic Gyarados. Huge HP, huge damage, way too expensive. Free energy, 80 damage, but if you're behind on prizes, you deal 180, which is obviously quite a lot. And then we got 4 energy, 200, but you do 50 to yourself. Translations from me, it's fine, it's alright, but this is binder fodder, let's be perfectly clear. This is basically Kanda flexing their muscles going, hey, have you noticed I'm one of the best Pokemon TCG artists around? Come see my wonderful Magikarp artwork. And look, it's not my favourite artist personally, but that doesn't really matter. That's not really terribly important. Because what's important is we've got this new artist that everybody is absolutely loving, and it is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, something to get a little bit excited about. But another one was gonna reveal just this morning. We've got ourselves a Paldean Tauros, and this one is beautiful. And look, I know 99% of people, when they first see this, make a Lion King reference. yeah. If you've got bad memories of The Lion King as a kid, I apologize, because what else are you possibly going to think when you look at this? Now, this is by Anisaki Dynamic. Not an artist I'm particularly... Well, I don't want to say familiar with, that's not fair. They're not an artist that's really been making a splash lately. They're not an artist that I've seen a lot of people talking about, but they are an artist that's been doing some phenomenal work. I mean, I have got to shout out the Don fan, because that Don fan is absolutely amazing. But do check out this Golbat. Yeah, this Golbat's pretty gosh darn stunning. There are a bunch of others, but they are the two that kind of jump out for me. Oh, and I suppose a little bit of love for the horsey here. This is an absolutely beautiful horsey. So it's not that they haven't done absolutely stunning cards in the past, because I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, they absolutely have. It's just, Kanda's one of those artists that we see people talking about all the time. They are constantly being mentioned. And Anisaki Dynamic here, it's not on the same kind of level, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. We're not seeing the same level of love. Maybe with some art like this, though, maybe we could start to see a little bit of a turnaround, because goodness me, this is a beautiful, beautiful card. I believe, and do correct me as always in the comment section if I'm wrong about this, but I do believe this is the first time they've gotten their hands on an art rare or a special art rare, you know, things along those lines. They did do the full art of Blythe, I want to say, from Pokemon Go, and that is obviously a stunning card as well. But I think this is the first time they've done kind of an illustration rare, and this is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I do think we all need to spend a bit more time just giving props to the artist. I've told you this before, we are in the absolute, just the golden era of Pokemon TCG art, and I, for one, am absolutely here for it. So this Paldean Tauros, what have we got? Well, it's the fighting one, and it's got the outrage, 20 damage plus 10 more for each damage counter on it, and free energy, 130. It does 30 damage to itself. And the thing is, when it comes to triple beat, we know that we are getting the triple Paldean Tauros. Incidentally, I don't think that's why it's called triple beat. I think it's more to do with the first partner Pokemon. But it is kind of cool that we are actually getting all three Paldean Tauros here. It's kind of cool. This isn't the best one. Like, when we look at the three of them as a trio, this isn't the best of them. The best of them is the fire one. I mean, the fire one is basically just old school Reshiram. There are a couple of little differences. I mean, it is creepy, like how similar this is to Reshiram, let's be clear. It is like creepily similar to Reshiram. It's got the same HP, it's got the same retreat cost, it's got the same outrage attack. It's got, like, everything. The difference is you only discard one energy on the second attack rather than two. And that's about it. Same weakness, same retreat cost, same HP, same attack cost, same damage, same everything. It is a bit creepy how they are so gosh darn similar. But my point here is the fire one is, for me, the best of them. And it's not just the Akira Igawa artwork, which is absolutely stunning. Although, shout out to the Kato artwork on the water one. That's pretty cool. But it's just the fact that you can use it with Magma Basin. And that will not only accelerate energy to it, which is awesome, obviously, but it also puts damage counters on, which then fuels its outrage attack, which makes it way better. So, yeah. I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, but the fire one is the best. And that does make me think, and I don't have an answer to this, let's be perfectly clear, but is there any chance at all, that we get ourselves all three of these? Could we actually get the trio of the Paldean Tauros all getting special art rares? I kind of hope so. What I will say is, and I'm sorry if this sounds mean, the fighting one is my least favourite artwork generally. So if you're going to replace the artwork, that is the one I would usually replace. But could we get special art rares of all three of them? Or they're not special art rares. They are just illustration rares. Art rares in Japan, illustration rares over here. I personally really hope so, because I just think they are absolutely stunning. They are beautiful cards, and I want to see more of these. Remember, back in Scarlet EX and Violet EX, we had 12 in each set. We had 24 in total, so we can kind of assume there's probably going to be 12 in Triple Beat, which means there's a whole bunch that we've got to see yet. But there were a couple of new ones here, ladies and gentlemen. I had to show them to you because they are absolutely stunning. And yeah, what am I going to do? Not show you these amazing new special art rares? Nah, doesn't sound like me, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't sound like me. But now I want to know what sounds like you. I want to know all of your opinions. I want to know which of these you like. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord and chat with us about Pokemon or anything else, and just generally have an awful lot of fun. Oh yeah, and get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Tobias DePrato, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now, and is a very lovely person. So thank you very much for all the support, and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.